What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another SGN video where it's all sim all the time. Today's video, we got a shocker, man. We're dropping NHL gameplay on the channel. Yes, NHL 25 is making its debut on the Simgamingnetwork, as this is my first time diving into the game that is not World of Chell. So in the last 10 years or so, I have played NHL a handful of times, the various games, hopped on with buddies, but I've always only played World of Chell. I've never taken a run at playing, either Play Now or diving into franchise and doing the full gameplay aspect of the game. But as the NHL playoffs have for the last couple years, continued to pique my interest in both hockey and this game. And finally, I bit the bullet, man. I hopped on EA Play, I grabbed this game, and I got to work. Now, of course, I am not an avid NHL player, so I'm starting from a little bit of an unknown on that aspect. But what I am good at is making sliders. However, because this is a little bit of an unknown for me, this is where I'm going to be reaching out to you guys' help. I'm asking for your help, basically. So what this video is I'm going to drop a period of gameplay that show the sliders that I'm working on where I have them. These are not finished, of course. That's why we're only doing one period of gameplay. And then what I'm going to do is, after the period, I'm going to show you guys where I have the sliders, and ask you guys to go ahead and test these out for me and try them and give me some feedback, because the goal is to have you guys tell me what I've done right about where I have the sliders, where you'd like me to make some changes, or, give me your feedback on where things could be different and improve, so that I can get a better understanding of learning how to make sliders for this game. So if I get NHL 26, I can just be off and ready to roll and get you guys a really great slider set for that game. So basically, I got beta slider sets for you guys to test, which again, I will cover that after the one period of gameplay. And let's go ahead and get right into that. But I do want to say, if you've clicked on this video, man, thank you so much for checking this out. I appreciate your support. If you haven't, for some reason, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos that I drop, whether it's for NHL 25 or one of the other numerous games I make content for. We just hit 17,000 subs. Next goal is to hit 20K, and the more people that subscribe, obviously, get us there quicker. Also, if you could like the video, that helps more people discover this video, and it might help me continue to reach more and more subscribers. So without further ado, man, let's dive right into the gameplay and then the work in progress sliders.
And Bonds hits right high. It's a dig. It is out of here. This is caught. Diggs. Sideline. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Bryant for the win. Bang. Watch out. He's got getting away from the top speed. Michael Short. Well, the moment of truth is almost upon us here. They are about to drop the puck. And this one is now officially underway. And he's tripped up on the play. Referee's hand goes up here. Let's see what the official makes for the final decision. McKinnon's called for tripping. He's off to the box. Seattle sending their power play unit out for the first time tonight.
With a scoreless game, James, an opportunity to go up by one. They'll want to gain possession right off the draw and set the tempo.
Looks to set up at the point now. Big time stop there. And he keeps possession. Tries to the crease. And he catches that one with the glove. Moves it to Beniers. Quick pass to Schwartz. Takes the feed. Fantastic save!
Blackwood's all over that shot and makes an incredible save, getting to the top of his crease quickly, because that shot, it came fast and in a hurry from the slot.
Here's a short pass to Stevenson. Seattle's got it in the neutral zone. Shot! Too much traffic in the lane.
Makar's fighting through an injury, really laboring to get to the bench here. He's going to look to finish his shift, but he's really struggling.
Shot to score! A short
doesn't even have to elevate this puck, James. He has pulled the goaltender right out of position, and he can just slide it on by.
The Avs crowd has really come to life here early in this first period after that goal.
Anytime that you're sitting in the room before the game, there's all that energy. Well, they've corralled it, and it has just exploded all at the same time with an absolutely electric start getting on the board early in the opening period.
Goaltender's going to play the puck out of his crease. And he gives it over to McCann. Good defensive effort to poke it away.
McKinnon standing up, ready to go.
The Kraken have taken possession along the wall. That's probably not what they were planning on the power play. They serve up a shorthanded goal with the special teams unit, but now both teams back to even strength.
The big question here, James, is what are you going to do next? You gave up a shorty. You got to find a way to get back in the game. What I mean by that is you have to reset, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally, and get back on track.
Seattle's got the puck in the corner. Pass across to Drouin. Seattle's gained possession. Montour's got it in the offensive zone. Can't get it to go. Shuts him down.
Well, these are the saves when you know that your goaltender is dialed in, James. The ability to get to the top of the crease and be square to the shooter, that's a great save.
And he feeds it down to Cartier. Shot! There's a great save on an excellent chance there. Colorado's got possession of the puck. Here they come inside the neutral zone. There's the whistle. Offside is the call. Lots of time left in this period. Colorado's up 1-0. Stevens wins the draw at center. Here they come on the attack. Puts it on net. Great save by Blackwood.
Great positioning by the goaltender to redirect it to the corner, getting it out of danger.
Penalty coming up here.
Whoever has a role in this PK unit knows that they not only have to kill this penalty off and keep the game within reach, but maybe they can be opportunistic and pounce on a loose puck for an opportunity.
The Avs get their man advantage unit out there for the first time tonight.
Best power play in the league gets another opportunity. You know their position and how they can execute. But if they can get another one, they're really setting the tone and putting their opponent on their heels.
Skates to the crease. Oh, he just got enough of that to keep it out. Drouin's ready for the draw as we get set to resume this power play. Seattle's got a hold of the puck. A chance to get it out. The Avs gain control of the puck against the wall. Glove save made by Decord. And we'll get the whistle after the goaltender hangs on. Stevens inside, still shorthanded here as they slide in for the faceoff. And they win the draw here in their own end. They move the puck out of harm's way. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. Sends a pass over. Slides it diagonally to McKinnon. Takes the feed. Moves the puck. And that's knocked away in the defensive end by McCarr. Works it across to Drouin. Nice zone entry from the middle. Moves it quickly over to Natchez. And a smart heads-up read to come up with the puck. And they manage to clear it. Scooped up along the wall by Alexiak. And that's knocked away by Girard. Can't keep a hold of it. Gains the zone along the right wall. Sent into the offensive zone. Girard's got it in the defensive end. Power play has expired.
A tremendous job by the PK units, James, to get out there and show hard work. This is exactly what it takes to kill a penalty, and they did an excellent job.
Still lots of time left in the period. The Avs lead it 1-0. Off the draw, they take possession. Quick feed to Schwartz. Handles the pass. And somehow he hangs on. Here's a feed in front. And he shuts down a great scoring chance there. A little dipsy doodle, and he loses possession of the puck.
It almost looked as if he was going to get by the defender, but that extra move took his face away, and it goes the other way.
Grabbed along the boards by Beniers. And the lane's clogged up, blocking that. Glove save! How did he get a piece of that? Seattle's got the puck along the boards. My goodness, they are really starting to tie. They tie it up with the goal!
Well, that is huge, James. They were behind in this one, but they were always focused on the next step. And when you do that, you're able to look at what's ahead of you, not what's behind you. And they get the equalizer for their efforts.
Puck ready to drop here any moment to get things underway again. Face off here in the neutral zone, and we are back underway. Handles the puck.
Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 11 seconds.
Seattle's got the puck. Schwartz picking up steam. Colorado's got the puck here in the open ice. Intercepts the pass at center. Moves the puck along the half wall. Big time stop. And he loses control of the puck. Quick snap. Oh, spectacular save on the play.
On the sequence of saves, I love how strong he is in his set positioning here, James. You can see that he gets square to the shooter, and that makes the second save easier.
Fires it on net. Denies him.
This is a really nice save, James. I mean, the shooter's in the middle of the ice. He's in the slot area, and he's got to get to the top of the crease, square to the puck, to be able to make that save. Great job.
There's the whistle. Let's see what the referee saw. The Kraken have been penalized for slashing. The Avs once again send out their power play unit.
They haven't scored on the power play yet, but they have another opportunity. The key to this one, gain possession so they can set up.
Grabs the puck here in their own end. Trying to get it out of danger, and they clear the defensive zone. The Avalanche have gained control of the puck along the wall. Colorado's got it in their own zone. Couldn't catch up to that pass. Seattle's penalty killers get a hold of it. Good clearing attempt to breathe. Grabs the puck and moves on out here with this man advantage. Avoids the poke check and maintains possession. And a great save. Puck moved back to the neutral zone. From the point, they take control of it.
After the first power play unit was unsuccessful, the second unit will come on. They'll need to be urgent here as the clock is winding down, but there's still time to get one in.
The court's going to hang on for a whistle. Stevenson's ready for the draw as they continue to be shorthanded here. Seattle's taken possession in their own end. And now they look to make something happen from the neutral zone. Uses the force on that hit. Trying to come up with a huge defensive play to get this puck out of his own end.
Middlestat's stick explodes, and he grabs another one from the bench and gets back into play right away.
And that's a smart heads-up play by Drury.
Cartier's penalty is almost expired.
Big hit, and that frees up possession. Both teams back to even strength as the power play comes up empty-handed, and we are still tied.
Well, a really nice job by this PK unit, James. Just negating scoring opportunities. Good goaltending as well. Got to be your best killer, but finding ways to get it down the ice and keeping this game tied.
More than half the period has expired. We got a tie game. And there's a little help from your friends right there from off the wing coming up with the puck. And a poke check knocks the puck away. Picked up along the wall by Drouin. Slides the puck over. And here's the pass to Kakko. And he's knocked off the puck there. Great use of the stick in the defensive end by McCarr. Blackwood's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. Centers get set as they're ready to drop the puck again. Seattle's won it. Now they'll go on the attack. Rips it. Oh, what a save in front. Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here. Beniers has won the draw, and they'll go on the attack. Hammers it on net. Oh, you might call that friendly fire as it goes off one of his teammates. Unable to reach that one. Tries to feed it over to Beniers. The Avs gain possession in their own end. Puck grab by McCarr. And he takes the pass. Strong defensive effort. Tanev's got it across the line. Takes a shot. Misses the net.
Well, you utilize possession to get scoring chances, James, and they got the look that they wanted. They just missed. Not even opportunity for a rebound. That's a tough one.
Let's move to the middle. Oh, what a chance. And he fanned on the puck. Oh, and he tracks it perfectly in the offensive end. Shot. Scores! The go-ahead goal!
Well, the game is all about timing here, James, and now they're in front, so these next two shifts are critical. They want to play with a ton of energy and keep their opponent guessing.
The Avs are making the most of their opportunities here in this opening frame with the early lead.
Yeah, it's been back and forth play here, and they've competed. James, it's been a good game, but now they get the go-ahead goal so they can play with more confidence.
Puck scooped up by Alexiak. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. And he turns that one aside. Quick pass to Tolvanen. And he takes the dish. Centering feed. Off the iron. The Avalanche have gained possession off the wall. Moves it to Manson. On-man rush. Colorado's got the puck against the boards. That's some smart heads-up defensive play by Tolvanen. Feeds it over. Comes up with the stop. Moves the puck behind the net. Turn that one aside.
He's such a difficult player to defend against. He's got that wide stance. He's got poor strength. And when you have that kind of power, it is so difficult to get the puck off you. He's able to create his own opportunity and get a shot to net, and the goaltender makes the save.
The Avalanche have the puck in the defensive zone. There's the whistle. Let's get the call for the officials.
Not a great penalty to take. I mean, you're down a goal. You're trying to fight to get back in this game, and now you find yourself shorthanded.
As we're about to drop the puck, power play unit back out onto the ice for another opportunity.
I know they haven't scored on the power play yet. 100% is not a number that you see typically. So they've got to find a way to just stay confident, trust the process and their skill sets.
Centering feed! And he denies that great opportunity there. Beniers slides into the face-off dot, and they'll continue to try to kill off this penalty. Seattle's got the win off that draw. Sends the pass over. Puck cleared from the defensive end. Great reach with the poke check by McCarr. Stretches one out to McKinnon. Scrum ensues along the boards. Seattle's ready to go on the attack. Broken up with the stick in the defensive end. And a smart heads-up play to poke that away by Dunn. Long pass across the ice. And that's a solid clearing attempt on the play. Angles it over to Natchez. Can't get a hold of that pass. Colorado's got it across the line. And that's just out of reach. Final minute approaching here in this opening frame. Another big face-off looming as this power play rolls on here tonight. Stevens wins the face-off at his own end. And he sidesteps the check there. Gets in front of the shot. Taken along the wall by Burakovsky. Here's a shot, and that goes off a player. Penalty has expired, both sides back to even strength.
Well, there's players on the bench that would kill for that opportunity. Just no urgency whatsoever from that power play unit and didn't generate any momentum.
Seattle's put a lot of pucks on net so far here in this first period, but they still find themselves trailing late. Puck puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Picking up momentum across the zone here on the right side. Period number 1 in the books. First intermission entertainment is on deck here. And you can also have time to go grab a drink, grab a hot dog, and we'll be back with period number 2 in moments.
All right, so let's go ahead and break down where I currently have the settings now. Again, a couple of these things are going to be user preference, but for the most part, I'd like you guys to try these as much as you can how I have them. We're going to go ahead and break it down in the game settings. I would recommend also, as you saw, play on broadcast cam. It makes a huge difference as of playing to the overhead camera. So anyway, I'm on pro difficulty. I thought this was a great starting point for me to get back to play this game in this mode for the first time. Also, not playing on overhead, I'm playing on true broadcast, just like we do NBA 2K. I think this is a better way to play the game, a more realistic way to play the game. Of course, you're going to play World of Chell and stuff like that on the overhead cam, but I think broadcast is great. I think it looks fantastic. It adds a whole nother element. And for those of you who might have felt like it's tough to find a good slider set for this game because you're playing on overhead, True Broadcast will give you that option. Now, I'm running on auto for my line changes. Of course, if you want to run manual, you want to control that, go for it. I'm just having to worry that out of my hands for right now. Now, when we head over to gameplay sliders, we'll kind of just start off general and kind of go all the way through the line here. One thing I've been tweaking with is the game speed with the skating speeds. We'll get to that in a second here. But as you can see right now, I've settled in on game speed full on 6 out of 6. With the changes I made to skating, I do like how that's at. Every single slider set for the user and the CPU are going to be the exact same right now. Everything is even, and the more people that play around with this, of course, give me feedback. You know, we can make changes as we needed, but that's just one thing I want to do is just keep everything even for right now. So like I said, I have game speed up at 6.6. Once we get over to skating, you can see here I've kind of offset that a little bit by boosting up the back skating and the agility, but then also lowering down the acceleration, skating speed, and skating agility for the user and the CPU. I think it creates a really nice balance in player movement. I've played around with a couple different things. I like this one a lot right now. Of course, I'm open to feedback. Please let me know. Shooting, we're not really touching anything other than we're jacking up the slap shot power, but we're going to lower the accuracy on that. Everything else we're keeping at all default 50. Passing, this one, you know, I'm going to continue to monitor. Obviously, we want to have realistic pass accuracy, which is around 60%. And so we want to make sure that both the user and the CPU, the pass accuracy is around 60%. So if we're seeing values that are too high or too low, definitely make some adjustments here. But this is kind of where I have it to start off. Again, the more I play, the more you guys play and give me feedback. We can make some changes if we need to make sure that pass accuracy falls in the range that we want it to be at. One thing that I think will continue to help outside of pass accuracy, of course, is going to be puck control and things like that, as well as we continue to move through the slider set, which we'll talk about here in a moment. But as you can see, everything is matched up, and I try to leave as much as I can at default 50. When we get over the puck control, this is where we're going to set things up at. And part of the reason I have puck control changes is to try to make sure we keep the shots on goal totals realistic as well. I did look up and see what those averages are. Now there's going to be two factors that impact the shots on goal. It's going to be things, of course, like pass accuracy and puck control, how often the puck's changing sides, but also your period length is going to matter a lot as well. And so finding the right period length is big. I'm currently on 10 minutes, but that does not mean that's where I'm gonna finalize things. Gonna continue to check, you know, to see where a good setting is there to make sure we get the right amount of shots on goal. And as far as goalies, we want to have goals, of course, be scored, but we want to make it be balanced. And so that's why I have the goalie save reaction time up a little bit, but then we make screens and deflections a little bit more impactful when they do occur. Of course, we're going to monitor how many goals are scored in a game as well and continue to make changes there. Checking, this is another one. This is going to be kind of, I have aggression lowered. We want to keep hits realistic too. I looked up to see how many hits are averaged in a game. And again, hits as well as shots on goal are going to be tied to both the sliders and how you have them set, as well as your period length. So maybe everything is pretty good, but we need to shorten up the periods to have those realistic numbers. Or maybe it's not going to be tied to period. Maybe it's going to be tied to tweaking these numbers. We're still working on that. Still, like I said, work in progress. One thing I want to make note of too, if I didn't already make this clear, I am on pro difficulty because I'm diving into this right away, and I'm also on the true broadcast. If you want to play with this exactly how you see, but you want to bump up difficulties, that's fine. Of course, you know your skill, but I would like to see, if possible, you play it on pro. But if you already know that's not gonna, you've been playing on the broadcast cam, go ahead, switch up the difficulty. The main thing is don't play these on overhead cam. I need you to be on broadcast. I cannot take any feedback if you are playing on overhead cam. Gameplay is completely different, just like 2K, NBA 2K. So if you want to change your difficulty up, that's fine. Just when you tell me your feedback, let me know. But if you give me feedback and you are playing on a different camera view, that's no help. Penalties are another one. Trying to find the right balance there. Now, one thing that's interesting is I have not seen any of the penalties that are jacked up to like 75, 100. Haven't really seen those calls yet. What I have been seeing, even though they're at 25, is tripping, slashing, things like that. So we're going to continue to monitor penalties, try to get realistic penalty call rates as well. And then, of course, here we are with AI. Now, this is not set in stone. This is just, I felt like a good place to have it handled. Now, face-off difficulty, I will say, I normally do pretty well facing off in the overhead cam view like you get at World of Shell. I am struggling winning face-offs on this broadcast cam right now, and so I have face-off difficulty lowered to 25. You might not have the same problem as me. If that's the case, just jump it back up to 50, not a problem. This is just where I'm currently at because I'm struggling with face-offs on this camera view at this point in time. I do anticipate myself getting better, and we'll be able to bump that back up to 50 when the time comes. But anyway, guys, that is it for where I currently have these sliders. They are a work in progress. Do me a favor, try these out, give me some feedback. You can give the feedback here or click the link in the description of the video and join the Discord. Great place to be, and give me feedback there. Otherwise, guys, that's it for this video, and stay tuned to the next one, y'all. Peace.